They lived 160,000 years ago and became extinct, but their DNA could make some people resistant to malaria. For millennia, an ancient human species accomplished something that seems to have come out of a survival epic, resisting in the hostile and rugged Tibetan highlands at more than 3,000 meters of altitude. A study published in Nature confirms this. The Denisovans, close relatives of Neanderthals and Homo sapiens, not only lived in this remote region, but did so for at least 160,000 years. If you are interested in this fascinating subject, do not forget to subscribe and give like. The key place for this finding is the cave of Baixia, a Buddhist shrine nestled on a cliff in the Chinese province of Gansu. This site has become one of the most important sites in the world to understand human evolution. Since its discovery in 1980, the cave of Baixia has been revealing increasingly intriguing clues. In 2019, it was confirmed that a mandibular bone found inside it belonged to a Denisovan, a human species barely known by a handful of fossils found in Siberia. Analysis of ancient proteins preserved in the bone was the key to this discovery. With the publication of the new study led by Chinese, Danish, and British universities, a qualitative leap has been made. Researchers have identified a new Denisovan fossil, a rib, and have shown that these humans were not only in Tibet, but thrived there for much longer than was thought. The new rib, nicknamed Shahe-2, was located in a geological layer dated between 48,000 and 32,000 years. This makes this specimen one of the last known representatives of the Denisovans, and raises the possibility that they coexisted with the first Homo sapiens that expanded through Asia. The findings in the karstic cave of Baixia are bringing to light unknown aspects of an ancient human species. What is surprising about the study is not only the prolonged presence of Denisovans in the Tibetan highlands, but their ability to adapt to such a harsh environment. Living at 3,280 meters above sea level is not a simple task. But the Denisovan not only survived, they dominated the area. Analyzing the cutting marks on the bones of animals, a lifestyle based on hunting large herbivores has been reconstructed. They also took advantage of smaller animals, demonstrating a varied diet and a remarkable ability to adapt. The remains found show signs of having been used as tools. The discovery of the Shahe-2 rib is not an isolated finding. It adds to the presence of Denisovan DNA found in sediments of various layers of the cave. This reinforces the idea of a continued occupation of the place for almost 200,000 years. Denisovans resisted in changing conditions, alternating between severe glaciations and more temperate periods. Thanks to collagen diamide analysis, scientists confirmed that bone does not belong to recent times. This provides a solid basis for asserting that Baixia was a stable refuge for Denisovans during multiple climatic cycles. This deposit has revealed that, unlike other places, in Baixia there is no trace of other human species. The new study opens up more questions than answers. If the Denisovans were so resilient, why did they disappear? Did they have contact with Homo sapiens? The truth is that their genes are still present today in various human populations, suggesting a complex history of encounters and hybridizations. The cave of Baixia has become a key piece to solve these unknowns. Excavations continue, and researchers trust that new molecular techniques will allow DNA to be extracted from the newly identified fossil. This could open a clearer window into the past of our human family. What is already clear is that the Denisovans were not a footnote in evolution, but rather protagonists of an epic of survival. From a Tibetan cliff, these fossil tracks force us to rethink what we knew about the past and what it means to be human.